Welcome, everybody, to the first ever episode of the Let It Roll podcast. I am Eric.
I'm Justin.
And so what we're going to be doing with this show is just kind of a chance for you guys to get to know us, aside from reading through and reviewing D&D subjects specifically, is just kind of letting us kind of talk our way through on those tangents that we kind of cut off for the other videos.
Yeah.
So what we're going to be doing, Justin here has a list of 20 random subjects that we've come up with, and we are going to roll the dice with our lovely crow dice tower here.
His name is Bocephus.
It is now canon that his name is Bocephus. Thank you for naming my bird.
You're welcome.
And so by doing so, that's going to be how we find the subjects that we talk about. That's going to let you guys interact with us if you'd like. You can always submit ideas for those subjects in the comments below.
Comments, Twitter, Instagram,
Yeah, any of them. We have all of our handles. We'll be posting them down here and also into the comments. So I'll tell you what, why don't you have our honorary first ever Bocephus roll?
Bocephus.
Bocephus.
Ha! Yeah.
And that is a
14.
Solid roll.
So, Eric. What is your favorite part about being a DM?
My favorite part about being a DM, the creativity that I get that doesn't just involve the one player that I've created whenever I'm playing D&D, but being able to like evolve around the world and like warp and change and kind of be the narrator for y'all's stories. And just like that, you have unlimited creativity whenever you're a DM. As long as you like keep things within the realm of control, like your players are going to do whatever they can to break it, and so you have to kind of have some forethought into how things will get handled. Like if you're doing like an Old West storyline, you can be like, well, the alien. I mean, you can kind of do whatever you want to.
Carol's Cowboys versus Aliens
was
a movie.
True.
I never saw it,
but I'm just saying, like if you like hard press Western theme, and they're like, I'm going to break into the bank. They're like, well, the guy in there has a sniper rifle for the year 2472. It's like, come on, man.
Well, that's when I did that realistic campaign.
Yeah, you want it to...
But people are like, can I turn invisible? I'm like, I killed one dude because he was a magic user.
Yeah, that was my fault. But I tried to clear it with you beforehand to be like, it's all very minute.
And I did say it was fine, but then over the course of it, I'm like, I wanted it to be realistic, and you were breaking with fucking over here with a changeling, which was cool. Yeah. It's a cool concept for D&D, but when I'm trying to hard press realism for the campaign, and it just, you got a fucking dude over here to my, I'm gonna look like a woman.
I checked and cleared everything with you beforehand.
He did exactly what he was supposed
to. Hey, can I do this, and you're like, okay, and then you didn't think that I was going to be able to run with it the way that I did, I think is what it is.
I was like, I don't like it, but it's fine. And then I did not like it, and I killed his character.
I kind of voluntarily let my dude pass away.
And then he brought in Winston, which was my favorite part. The introduction between Winston and Honora was my favorite of that campaign.
So Winston, if I recall correctly, was a barbarian. I think it was a Colossus barbarian.
I have no idea.
I don't know. But I came in as, like, say, everybody's, like, next up in command, whatever it was.
Because you were sent down there by... So it was like a law firm. It was like a fixer type law. It was a law firm on the outside, but they handled things. It's called Langridge and Thorne. And Langridge was like the face. He was the lawyer, the one that was... Thorne was like the muscle side, and he worked directly for Thorne.
Yeah. And so I came in with the... Obviously, I go very into character.
Because they f***ed it up. They f***ed you. You were sent in to save the salvage.
You were getting really comfortable with the F-bombs.
I am sorry. He was sent in to salvage. This is what I am.
I know it is, but we are on, like, public. So he gets sent in because of the issues that they were having with the character passing away. And I came in with this attitude of, like, y'all aren't nothing, and I need you to show up or get out. And it made some of the characters mad. But that was like the premise that I came in with, and that was the order from his boss, Thorne, was to take over the situation and fix it. And so I came in with the attitude of like, I don't know what you guys have been doing, but this is how we're doing it now. And they did not like that.
No one dude tried to sneak behind you with a gun, but you saw him was just unbothered.
Yeah.
Like, get that gun out of the back of my head.
So, as a DM, being able to create that whole world and tell a story that you've been thinking about, or even have daydreams about, be like, oh, that'd be really neat if we could base something around that. That's probably my favorite part about being a DM.
Yeah, the for me, it's the creativity that I can have with the world building. I create this world, and like, how do I want it to? It's just making a world. I think is my favorite part about being him. It's like and granted, it's my world. It's your world as much as it is mine, because between the player's decisions and me, it's a collaborative storytelling effort. But it's like, I think this world would be a really neat idea, or this is an interesting concept, and how do I build around it is like my favorite.
There are some times, though, whenever I'm DMing and I start to have those intrusive thoughts of like, I wonder what they would do if, and then you start throwing in curveballs or just passing it through your brain and letting it fall out the other side and not saying anything about it. But it is a blast to create a world and then kind of just let your players roam. And what really gets me, though, is the different DMing styles. Like, not everybody likes to write their own stuff. Most of what I've done storyline-wise has been homebrew. I think I've only ever done one book-based storyline, although I do want to do the, what was it called? The Carnival one. Okay. Crap, I can't remember.
I have no idea.
Witchlight storyline. I do want to get that book, and I do want to do that story because it's really neat.
All of mine, except for the little one with Strahd, has been home. But Strahd, it was like I took the outline and then gutted it.
Still, you have a basic skeleton of it, though.
Yeah, I had like the bad guy, but even then I changed who he was based on like how, because it was like the book, it gives you like he's this, and this. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna make him like this.
And that's the freedom that you get with being a DM.
Yep.
So for sure.
Yeah, I liked it. Anyway.
All right. Let's go with
Bocephus.
Bocephus roll. This will be my turn. Let's see what happens. Hey. Ooh, 15. I beat you.
15. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you needed a lower roll.
Why would a lower roll? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, sometimes if you're rolling to see what's going to happen, sometimes a lower roll is a good roll. Maybe that means it's peaceful. Nothing's going to happen.
Like sideways storytelling.
It's fine. Whatever. You said 15?
15.
Your favorite part about being a player?
My favorite part about being a player is having that focused energy on who I am and like role playing. So like anything, which is very few times that I've been a player, because usually I end up being the DM. It's either myself or you.
He's usually the forever DM.
I am the forever DM.
We do want to play together, but it's hard to find.
It's difficult to find people that like to DM as much as we do, and then in the area that we're in, it's not super popular.
And then, but
when social anxiety.
When we are a player, we are a problem with each other.
Yes.
Like the last time we were playing together, the one we played together, we was a team, and another one we got into a fist fight. Our characters, not us.
When did we get into a fist fight?
When I was playing Trace.
I don't remember this one.
And you're the fighter, the Elder Knight fighter, the one Tracy DM'd.
Oh.
You kept taking something like that, and like I was like smacking your hand or whatever like that, and we got into a fight.
Because what was I?
Didn't end well for you.
I think I was a pirate.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I was something. I forget what my background was.
Because you're wanting to steal gold, and I'm like,
I
we must preserve this. We can't steal it, and you're like, no, and I'm like, no.
So if I remember correctly, I was going in trying to find all the treasures that I could, because in this instance, I wanted to get rich quick, and I see things that I think are valuable when I go to snag them, no matter how old they are. And then somebody's character was like a historian bot, and
Warforged, yep.
Trying to preserve the history. I'm like, oh no, it has to be where it is, and it just needs to be documented.
I can't remember what Trace stood for. It was like Total Recall Assessing Cognitive. I can't remember. It was like an acronym.
It had a whole thing for it, but so every time I would try to take something, he'd smack my hand. So eventually I got mad, and I think I swung on you first, or you swung on me first for taking
I
some.
might have swung on you. I think I might have warned you.
That sounds very you.
I think I was like warned, like, you do it again, and you like. I want to say it was like also me and Justin and Eric being petty because that's what we are to each other.
Yeah.
Where you like, I'm gonna grab it while looking at you.
And put it in my pocket.
I'm like, now I gotta fight you.
There was a big gold statue or something like that we were trying to steal too.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That cross thing too.
Yeah, it was like a big gold statue, and you were distracting a bunch of goblins because you were trying to learn about them or trying to figure out something. And so myself and our other character, I forget what he was running as. I think it was like a gnome wizard.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to steal a gigantic golden statue, and I failed my strength roll, and we dropped it. And they all turned, and I started to pretend to be a deity. And the wizard was throwing like sparks out behind me and rolling in fog underneath, so I would look like I was rising from the fog. Hilarious. And the best part is, my performance check, I rolled a nat 20, if I remember right.
Mm.
So these goblins thought that I was a deity. And it was the best thing ever. I loved it.
Yeah.
That was so awesome. But
mine... Oh, go ahead.
As far as being a player, though, is coming up with those weird ways to use your strengths and weaknesses, and that's like the best way. Like when you go into a room, like I said, with like I pretended to be a deity and ended up rolling good on my performance, and then having the other players kind of like add to it. That's what makes being a player so much more fun to me.
Yeah, I like the role play of it. The like I'm living as this character, and I go hard in the paint. Like I have full backstories because I want to make sure every decision that my character is making is a decision that my character would make, and not making it just because Justin wants to make it.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's not as fun that way. Like I'm like, well, what would this character do? Or like, and sometimes I have a habit of creating problematic characters that like to work alone. I know that, and it's just what I do. And it's like, well, or it's like, well, Justin knows we should do this, but my character wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I have to break that, which is painful. Like when I had a Goliath barbarian, and he was supposed to be like this not giving a crap character, but he ended up having to be the detective. And like I was, because Justin was piecing things together, and I'm like, these people aren't like, we got to do this. Yeah. It's like that's what it's like.
It's fun to an extent.
I typically have
until it gets frustrating like that.
Like when I DM or when you DM, like we end up having to be like, I want to try to create characters that take steps back when I'm a player. I don't want to have to make decisions, but I usually have to end up, and the same with you. With people we play with, sometimes we have to kind of be like, all right,
Well, what also helps though is we think alike as far as DM stuff goes. So many a times I'll set up a puzzle or something like that.
Yeah.
And Justin's character will either solve it right away because we think alike, or he'll have to sit there and just like look at me. And I know with the look, that's like, all right, you've already figured it out, but like let them do it. But then...
Oh, there was that one where I was just sitting there waiting. Because I had solved my puzzle and got out.
Yeah.
And everyone else is there, and because it was me and an NPC that you were controlling.
Yeah.
I had solved the puzzle, got out, and the other two are still trying to solve a puzzle, and I'm just sitting there like...
And as the NPC, I offered no assistance. Like, I was just a nuisance. But he solves the puzzle, gets out, you're waiting in, like, the safety of, like, a cave, because it was like it was a test for an academy that I had them going through. And I think you had to, like, save the women and her children from the fire, but then go back in and get into the cellar to save somebody else. But once you broke into the cellar, that was the escape. Mm-hmm. And the reason being, just because people are like, why would you have him go back in? It was meant to be like, is he that his character selfless enough to go back into a burning building to save one more person? And that was the pass. So then you got out into the next section of
the way it was described. It's like if you go in, you might not get out.
Yeah, it was meant to be like you're choosing to either go back in there, quite possibly die in this collapsing fire of a building. You've already saved a woman and her kids, but there's one more child in there. It's like, I have to go back in. or you stay out on the relative safety and just be like, well, let him burn.
Well, let it die, let it die. Like, well, I've got 2 of the 3, so.
Excuse me.
But yeah, like that.
But having him pass that test, and we get through, and his character and my NPC are sitting in this like cave for the next one, waiting on the other pair.
Applesauce.
I had the other pair solving a puzzle, multiple puzzles. They were like simple little brain teasers kind of things. And no hate on anybody, because not everybody's good at puzzles. I find them stimulating. Other people might find them annoying. Like, it's kind of neither here nor there.
And the reason I solve them is not just because I'm some super genius. It's I know how he thinks.
That's a problem. It could become a problem because he knows how my brain works with certain things. And so him being able to decipher, all right, how would Erik set this up, and then running it through that filter kind of shortchanges sometimes how much I was like really looking forward to that puzzle going through with like or making a wrong decision. But the other pair,
I typically sit there even though it pains me, because it's like the smart kid in class where it's like, or the teacher asks a question, the kid's like, and it's like, all right, well, let's give someone else a chance. I'm just
even I don't know, it's just the diversity of the players, and I find that part entertaining.
Because I end up having to help them.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you just kind of hung out and we sat there and
I
the
did,
NPC
but after,
and your character talking smack.
After a while, I yelled out. I was like, "Can I help?" And you're like, "Yeah." And you're like,
I remember what it was. It was a riddle.
Because the answer was like name.
It was a name, and I forget exactly what the riddle was. But it took so long with it because I think we did them in like 1 hour sessions, and it took like 2 sessions to get this riddle. And I was having a blast as a DM, because every time they guessed wrong, I rolled a d4 for damage. And they would take psychic damage. And that just makes me happy. Not to be like, I'm going to kill you, but just seeing them struggle with it, and then like as the health bar goes down, the panic sets in, and you can tell like the heart's racing. And being able to pull emotion like that out of somebody with a story is exhilarating.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting there just
in the cave twiddling thumbs. But anyway, yeah, so that was a good time.
But yeah, it's just the role play. That's my favorite part about being the player, is just the role play of it all. Like, I'm in this world, living in it. Like, what would my character do? What would they do? What's going to happen? How will my decision impact the story? I like that too. It's like, all right, well, if I'm going to choose to do this, how does that affect the overarching? Does it have any consequence in the story at all? Or does it not? Like, I'm going to open up this cursed book, and I'm a fellow wisdom save.
Oh, what's going to happen next?
What's going to happen?
And that's what I like about the dice, is because you can make all the decisions that you want, but if the dice roll fails, whatever decision you made, it fails.
I'm going to kick open this door. Well, are you?
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. That was like the first roll he ever made. And that was the first story I DM'd for you guys, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what the story was about.
I do. You son of a bitch.
I know. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled you through a whole emotional baggage thing. Because there was the opening thing when you guys were in the prison.
If I had to escape with a rat bone.
Yeah, you picked a lock with a rat bone. He tried to kick his door open and failed. So it was a fighter or a barbarian, was he?
He's a fighter.
He was a fighter.
A werewolf. Fighter werewolf.
Oh, yeah. The werewolf fighter from the Iron Islands that was also a King's Guard and in the Assassin's Guild.
Mm-hmm.
And then he tried to kick a steel door open, or a jail cell.
But couldn't save his king, so then he got kicked out.
You know what? He aspired to be things.
He did. He just did a lot of things.
It was just a very, very lot of things for a level 4 character.
I'm like, your character's 40, bro.
But
I knew it was like 700, so like I could have experiences.
See, that was the other thing, though, and I know I'm going off on a side tangent from the story of the side tangent, but I think that when you're making a character, not you specifically, but in general, personal preference, you should make a storyline match the level that you're starting out at.
I'm well aware I am real bad about making a level 3 character have a level 20 backstory. I know.
Very, very. You read off to me like, oh yeah, he was this for like 100 years. This guy's like 6,000 years old. I'm like, why, if he's 6,000 years old, is he a level 2? What has he done with his life? Oh, he just had his awakening. I was like, dude, he didn't, because you said he was doing this like 2,000 years ago.
And that's why I have a 10,000-year-old elf that I've never played, because with his backstory, it just wouldn't make sense for him to be a level.
It's like, all right, guys, we're gonna make level 4 characters. Who do you guys like? It's been 2,000 years since this kingdom has been settled. I was there when they laid the first brick. And then, why can't you lift that dagger? My strength isn't high enough. But shit, where was I at? Oh, the level cap thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Personal preference as a DM. Write a backstory that matches somewhat with your level. Just because it makes the story seem more plausible. Even though you're in the world of fairies and dragons, having that little bit just helps. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
But, the story that I was telling with you guys, I think it was like a Time Lord or something like that I had as the bad guy. But... you guys went in, fought him at level 10 or 12. I think it was level 10.
I think so. 15.
And, was it 15?
Mm-hmm.
I had you guys make level 15 characters. And then he threw you guys into a portal after you thought you had beat him. And it like pulled all the experiences out of you. Dropped you in at like level 1. And you were back in time, like, 100 years prior or something like that?
I don't remember the exact time.
Like, he dropped you way back in time, and you started going through yourself, and you found a turtle companion.
Turk the Terrapin.
Turk the Terrapin.
I would die for Turk.
He was this, like, lonely... is that what they're called, as terrapins?
Yeah.
He was a single warrior. His entire clan had been destroyed. They didn't know this at the time. But he started following them around, and like he just wanted to be a brave warrior. And every time
me and that character had a deep bond. Also, because
the
very first time we met him, the other player tried to kill him immediately, like crush his skull. And meanwhile, Turk is talking shit. Like, yeah, good luck.
He was inside of his shell. It's like, all right, good luck trying to kill me.
And I'm over here like, let's be diplomatic.
Yeah, let's just talk this through.
Like, come on. And the guy's like, ah.
But yeah, so he eventually joins the party, has a deep bond with
Elros
as his warrior master. And the other guy that we were playing, what was his name? Vidic. Yeah, because I kept talking smack the entire time as this terrapin. But yeah, he followed him around. We eventually got to the start of where your backstory was that I added in. And you had found your master killed by some creature you didn't know. Was it Mentor? Mm-hmm. Your mentor was killed by a creature that you didn't know what it was. You saw like a glint of it, and it was gone.
My mentor that gave my life purpose again after not having it for so long.
Yeah, he finally had like family again, and what?
That's fine.
All right,
yeah,
so
keep
the
going.
story goes.
Fucking asshole.
They found like runes. They were like fence runes, basically, where it like kept something in. And they were like, oh crap, I don't know what's going on in here. And then as they go in. And they start through this ravine headed towards his like keep. It was like this like Yeti creature. Mm-hmm. I forget what I had made him. But this thing was like fighting him, and then he took off towards the keep.
I did a fucking sneak attack from hell.
Yeah, you smacked it and made it. That's what made it run away. But it made it to the keep, and this creature like broke in trying to get away from them. And when they got up to the keep, because he's already realizing, oh snap, that's got to be the thing that killed my mentor. Gets up to the keep, goes inside following a trail of blood and fur and things.
Because I found what I was hunting, because I'd found my mentor, and then I saw like something leave, and I didn't know what it was, and I'm like, that's the person that killed my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, the his mentor that he's like holding on to explains to him that he was like a yeti werewolf, something to that effect. Cursed. I forget. He had gotten cursed during a hunt. They were almost like kind of Witcher-ish. And so he had taken on this curse. He didn't want to tell Elros, but as he's talking to him, the wound that Elros had inflicted was bleeding through. And he was like holding him, and I forget what he said to you.
I can't remember. He made it to where I was the one that killed my own mentor, so I was looking for myself when I got sent back.
Yeah. So the
person I saw leaving was my former self.
His mentor passes away in his arms, sheds his tears, which in reality I think you were almost crying because you wanted to swing on me.
Yeah, makes sense.
And you hear you from the past coming, and you realize, oh, that was me that I saw. I can't show myself because I'm not going to be able to reason this out. I'm going to end up trying to hurt me. So you lay him down, take off, and that's when the you of the past saw a flash that was you of the now. It was a whole Back to the Future thing. It was like
it was very good but very bad. And then the thing with him as a DM is he likes giving people NPCs that they fall in love with, and then trying to kill them because he's a sadistic SOB, and he gets enjoyment out of the torturing of other people.
I like eliciting legitimate emotional responses. I want you emotionally involved.
He can justify however he wants to. He laughs and makes him happy. He sits over there and giggles. So he can use all this. It's emotion. No, it makes him happy because he's sadistic. Okay,
I am not.
When you're over there like, fuck you. That's right. I said it. Anyway, he tried to kill Turk the Terrapin, and I was bound and determined to make sure he didn't die. He did everything in his power to kill that little fucking Turk the Terrapin. See, now he got me cussing. Turk the Terrapin, and I did everything in my power to make sure it didn't happen. To the point I was sacrificing myself to make sure he didn't die. And he didn't die because
I did try to drop a massive boulder from the tower on him. That's what it was, I think. Or did he fall?
I can't remember. And the thing about role-playing that gets me is, especially with my character Elros, the simplest things I tried to do, I kept failing on. But when I got like extravagant with it, I passed.
True.
Like, I'm going to try to hit this person. No, I'm like, all right, I'm going to run up his arm and stab him in the ear with my shackle. Pass. I'm going to climb this rope. No. All right, I'm going to run back and slingshot myself up there. Pass. I'm going to try to shoot this dude. Fail. Okay, I'm going to run, jump over the ledge, fly through the air, shoot him, hit the ground and roll. Pass. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah. Now, as we've progressed as DMs, I can kind of reason some stuff out. That was my first ever session DMing. So a lot of things got maybe rolled as things that they probably shouldn't have, or vice versa. But now looking back on it, some of it I can reason out. Like, all right, that's your movement. That's your bonus action. All right, that's your action. All right, cool. So that's it. And that makes sense through those steps.
It was my very first time playing DM. My very first time playing to where, as a rogue, you cannot uncanny dodge every single attack.
Yeah, we didn't know.
I didn't know.
This was, oh my god, how many years ago was this?
I don't remember, because he's the one that got me into D&D. It's all his fault. Because I remember we had recorded a previous podcast that we had. We were sitting there chilling. It was him, our buddy Alex, and then me. He looked up, he's like, you guys ever play D&D? And I said, and I quote, which is funny in hindsight, do I look like a fucking nerd to you? Which is funny now because, hello, YouTube channel called Nerd Shit. And he said, yes. And I said, fair point. 3 days later, I had all the books and like 10 sets of dice. Because I get hard in the paint.
You go hard in the paint? Mm-hmm. That's not what you said.
I get hard in the paint. Hey, man, you got to stir it with something. But yeah, that's what I like about being a player. It's role-playing.
Yeah. I'm going to keep that in mind forever now.
Okay.
That's a saying.
We're moving
I'm going to get hard in the paint.
I'm going to get hard in the paint. Yeah. 3.
Trace.
Favorite video game series?
Easily the Mass Effect series, the original 3.
Never played it.
Oh, you need to.
That's a lie. Technically, I played like 10 minutes of the first one.
You can't judge the series based on the first game. Storyline, if you haven't played it, it is on Game Pass as like the trilogy compilation. Stay away from Andromeda. terrible, terrible things.
I heard that's the best one.
I will smack you so hard. One.
Is that your footy?
Yes, that is my toe you keep playing with down there.
I can't help it.
The first game, story was amazing. Storytelling was fantastic. Gameplay was a little clunky, but it was an older game. You can't judge it based off of graphics. Old games, I judge off of their storyline and how they execute it.
For the graphics ain't there, I can't do it.
You gotta good games. You have to get past graphics.
There's that Borderlands or whatever. People tell me I can't. The graphics.
Yeah, but the cell shading gets you.
Yeah, that gives me a headache. I can't understand.
I don't judge you for not playing Borderlands because you legitimately start to feel pain. But if you're playing Mass Effect, power through the first game simply for the storyline. Mass Effect 2 is where that shit pops off and they start refining everything, and it's fantastic. My gamer tag was Commander Shepard for years. I forget what the number was, but it was Commander Shepard all through like 360, Xbox One S, all that shit. I loved it. Number 3, I liked it. That's my hot take, because a lot of people who enjoyed Mass Effect hated the ending. I'm not going to tell you the ending, because I want you to play it. Are you ever going to play it?
I'm not going to lie to you and say one way or the other because I don't know.
Okay, so storyline from first to third, all the way through, and essentially, there is a sentient race of machines that look like giant squids out in outer space. After civilization in it as its whole, like aliens, humans, it's not just the Earth, it's all over the place. Once they reach too high of a point, the Reapers is what they're called, will warp in, wipe civilization out, and then warp out and let it grow again from the bottom. It's almost like a Thanos snap, where it allows the resources to regain, everything come back, and then they start over again. So you find out in the first one, I believe it was Saren, was the main bad guy. You find out that the ship that he was using to get around was a single Reaper. Like, he was setting it up. There's always one Reaper that brings in the rest of them. So you start off beating Saren, you find out about his ship, you go to destroy it. I forget, I don't think it got the signal off. You actually saved everybody. They found another way through in the second one because you start having nightmares. You connected with this like ancient piece of technology that you found. You start having nightmares about seeing them come back, and eventually you find out that they come back, but nobody believes you. You're like, it's this whole thing, like they're going to kill us all, and nobody's like, I don't know, I don't care. No. You're full of it. We beat the one, that was it. And then third game, you're sitting in a prison cell because they're trying to court-martial you because they think you've gone absolutely nuts for the things that you did to try to stop them. And they attack and start destroying stuff, and everybody's like, oh no, Commander Shepard, we were wrong the whole time. And you're like, I freaking told you. But gameplay-wise, it's really cool. Different classes, different builds, different ways of doing things. I like it in Mass Effect 2. You can combine abilities. Like, there was one, I can't remember what it was called. But you basically send out, like, a black hole, and it, like, launches enemies up into the air and, like, holds them there. And you hit them with another ability, whether it be push, pull, whatever it was, and it causes, like, an explosion that, like, throws people. I always played Adept. And Mass Effect players, Adept. Yes. My favorite game series. I love it. I'm going to force myself to play Andromeda because I just want to know the story. Because they are coming out with a Mass Effect 4, or, well, 5, eventually. But
yeah, it's like you and like our friend Tim, like with Destiny. I can't think of any series or game that I love to that degree.
Oh, you just have to you have to find one eventually.
But the closest I'd probably have would probably be like the Splinter Cell series.
Yeah,
I love like that tactical stealth is like and granted, like Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, Revolver, Well, you got like Gun, which is kind of not really the part of it, but you got Gun, and you got Red Dead Revolver,
was fantastic,
and you got Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption 2. I love those series, and then Grand Theft Auto. Come on, Grand Theft Auto.
I'm not a huge fan.
I love Grand Theft Auto.
I think that it's a neat, violent life sim. It's The Sims, but you can blast people.
You said you've never played 4, correct?
I have not.
4. You need to play 4. So that will have to. You know what? Videos on our other channel, our Couch Co-op.
Once we start that,
Will have to be you playing through the story of Grand Theft Auto 4. I'll play through the story of Mass Effect.
I want to bear witness to you. I want to be like.
Well, it's called Couch Co-op. You'll be that.
Yeah.
We'll play. I'll watch you play 4. You watch me play Mass Effect.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make that now. Once we get our PCs actually set up and running.
Well, once I get a PC, period.
Eventually. It's a coming. It's a coming.
It's a coming. I can feel it. But yeah. So yeah, probably your Mass Effect. If I had to, if you put a thing to my head, it'd probably be the Splinter Cell series, which they're making another Assassin's Creed. I like Assassin's Creed. They ruined it for me, so I'm not gonna say Assassin's Creed.
The original 4 or 5 games.
Mm-hmm. And then they are making, or the Mafia. I like the Mafia series a lot. I should say that one.
I was gonna say, I know that's what you've been.
3 has a fantastic story, but the gameplay is repetitive. But 2 is regarded as the best. But the 1 was good. The definitive edition 1 is fantastic. 2, they're supposed to be remaking it. I heard, fingers crossed. And then Old Country was good. It was just short, but it was good. And the ending, I don't see the need of why it had to have the ending that it had. But they're coming out with a DLC for that in August. Nice. I can't wait for. There was a game that they were supposed to be doing. I can't remember what it was. And then we'll get into games that we're waiting for.
Let's go ahead and
on
to the next.
Let the dice roll.
I got a 2.
2?
Why am I rolling right next to you?
Because you were just
rolling adjacent.
We're just. That's how in tune we are. 2. What horror movie villains do you think you could take in a 1v1 fight? And I have a list of them. I went ahead and got a list.
Oh, you have a set list? Are we going to work our way through those?
I got a list of 40.
You have a list of 40 horror movie villains?
Yep.
The first one that comes to mind is Chucky.
I feel like I messed Chucky up.
Just punt him like a football. Granted, does he get sneaky in some of that stuff? Yes.
Yeah, but it's also and while I can't, I guess, technically kill him, I'll just keep, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I will put him somewhere, chain him down, or do something where it takes him a while to get out if he ever gets out, and I'm going to hop on a plane and beep boppity boop all the way across the country.
See, it just seems so, simple to do. I don't watch a lot of horror movies.
I'm going to put him in a barrel. Pour cement all in it. Let it harden. And then put that bitch in the middle of the ocean. And just let him.
Yeah, you bought yourself enough time at that point.
Yeah. So, my list I got, Michael Myers. I'm not beating Michael Myers in a 1v1.
Oh, no. I mean, like I said, I don't watch a lot of horror movies. Personally, I think that they get too predictable.
Mm-hmm. But that's something that's a thing, so don't go too far into that.
Wow.
But yeah, some of the ones that I think I could take in a fight, Leatherface.
How would you get past the chainsaw?
Bob and weave.
What do you mean bob and weave?
That's fine, it's bob and weave.
We ain't that mobile, buddy.
I'm fairly.
He's swinging a chainsaw at you midsection. How are you going to get back?
I might lose some weight. It might be a help benefit.
Yeah, your organ's going to be on the ground.
But yeah, he's just not. I could take him.
I could take him. I could take him.
Sneak attack. Another one. I was like Norman Bates, piecing him up.
Isn't he the one that dressed up like his mom?
There's a few though. It's Ed Gein. Well, Norman Bates did it too. Yeah. Because Norman Bates is partly based on Ed Gein. Like, there's a lot of them that's part like Leatherface.
Okay, so you didn't say serial killer. You said horror movies.
Leatherface, and like a bunch of other ones are. But there's some people.
You see Laura Croft.
That I'm just like messing. Like I'm like the Predator. No, he'd get me all day. And like the woman, there was like Pearl.
I don't know who that is.
She just there was a girl, a psychic girl, and like I'm just messing. I'm
a psychic girl.
Not psychic. She was just crazy.
See, now I want to look it up just because I don't know.
Where's his list?
So Pearl.
Yeah, Pearl.
What movie was that from?
Pearl.
It's just called Pearl?
Yep.
It's funny that my first search is like Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Or what? Like, what did she do?
She just wanted a life. Like, if I understood correct,
that sounded like a taste disgusting.
She got fascinated by the Hollywood life, and she was like this midtown, like this Midwestern, in the middle of nowhere girl, and she like wanted the Hollywood life, and just started killing her family.
She looks like she was Amish in that first picture, but now I'm.
But it's like I'm fighting her. I'm piecing her up.
Pearl is a 2022 American slasher film directed by and edited by Ty West. He co-wrote it with the lead actress Mia Goth. Mm-hmm. Mia or Maya? Maya. Let's see.
Yeah, but like, there's nothing.
Oh, there's the plot. It's 1918?
Yeah, that's when it was set.
That seems extremely far back to be, like, scary at all, I guess.
Let's say it's more of a thriller, I feel like.
Like, I just imagine, like, a horror movie slasher film going on back then is just, like, living out in the prairie. Like, that's just Tuesday. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, did Mom come back? No, she got ate by a bear. It's like, well, crap. I guess I gotta go take care of this.
Like another, like
Tuesday.
Like not Leatherface, Ghostface. I'm piecing all of them up.
Ghostface?
Yeah, from Scream.
I don't know. It seems like every time somebody tries to take him out, there's like 4 more pop up.
Well, yeah.
He's like a disease.
Well, it's a 1v1, so I'm just gonna pick one and just. I'm fighting you all day. And like some of this from this thing that I saw, it was. Freddy Krueger, he gonna get me.
I think he'd be scared of the nightmares.
I do have some fucked up nightmares.
Like, just imagine that, though.
I feel like he'd be like, I'm sorry.
Like, listen, like, he's like, buddy, like, I know I showed up here and I'm supposed to, like, kill you or whatever.
I'm supposed to be the scariest thing in your dreams, but
what
was that?
What is going on here? It's like, oh, that's just Timothy. He's there every night.
Yeah. Pearl was one. I'm messing Pearl. Leatherface, I'm taking him in a fight. I don't care what anyone says. Jeepers Creepers, he got me.
Yeah, he'll eat your face.
Yeah. He can, like, Ghostface, 100%.
I definitely think that he would stand.
Jigsaw Puppet.
The puppet isn't the bad guy.
Well, that's what they said. Leatherface is not taking me in a fight.
Leatherface is. He has yeah.
No, because in a 1v1, so that means if he brings a weapon, I can bring a weapon.
Oh, he brings a melee weapon. So go ahead and bring a melee weapon. Not, I choose Glock, and then...
All right, it's fine. I'll bring a melee weapon.
Okay, what you bringing? What are you bringing to take on Leatherface and his chainsaw?
Samurai sword.
That'll hold up well.
It will.
You have to close the distance to get to him. You're not going to be able to deflect anything with it, so you have to try to dip, dodge, and then get a cut in.
That's fine.
He is also clinically insane.
I'm taking a leg. Or an arm. You're
going to end up with that thing getting shoved up your rectum.
I'm gonna rely on being faster and more agile.
Buddy.
You don't know me.
Buddy.
I did martial arts. Anyway, Xenomorph, he got me.
Xenomorph, what, the alien?
Yeah.
You know, there's no chance. We're dying in this movie.
Meg, I've never seen it, but I feel like I'm going to take her. It's a doll. Artificial doll. I don't remember. Meg.
Oh, it's like the robot girl.
Yeah.
With the weird fucking...
Yeah, I've never seen it. I feel like I'd take
I
her.
just see TikToks of the people doing the dance.
Yeah. Chucky, piecing him up. Michael Myers, he going, yeah. I feel like it depends on which version of Michael Myers.
What do you mean?
Like, is it the one that Rob Zombie directed? Then I can probably take that one.
I don't know what you're talking about, so...
Like Halloween?
I know who. I don't know what the
touching your
difference
foot.
is.
That one wasn't like the traditional.
This one has like, oh, this one's like 4 years old. And
It wasn't like the supernatural type, if I understood correctly.
Okay.
The Demogorgon, I've never seen Stranger Things, but just looking at him, I ain't taking him.
No.
Unless
no
it's D&D rule stats, then I might.
I want to be a wizard.
Yeah. Art the Clown.
No idea. Never watched it.
Yeah, you know. He's a demon.
Oh, well.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all. I just think I would take these people out.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Taking on somebody like that, and no.
Yeah, ooh, that was a good.
They've killed fit people before, so it's like, eh.
Yeah, but they're dumb.
Yes, I do. That's my problem with horror
Here's the thing,
movies.
Eric. This is my fantasy, all right, bro? If I say I could take Leatherface, I could take Leatherface. Let me live.
I'm just gonna let you live in that bubble.
Yes.
Like, yes, I can do it.
I'm never going to fight him, so if I want to say if I can beat him, I'm going to beat him. All right?
It's debatable.
No, it's not.
It is.
Nope, not in my head.
Number 19.
19. Worst superpower to have.
Oh, Lord. Oh, there was one on Invincible. I know there was.
The show?
Yeah.
There's a few on there.
Oh, better yet, My Hero Academia. That's where you could pull a good one from.
Not for me.
This woman could basically just like shoot like low-powered streams of water from her fingertips. That was her whole power. She'd water her flowers, fill a pot up to cook, and that was about it.
That would be...
Wouldn't that be some bogus crap? Like, everybody in this world has a superpower. You get it when you turn, I think, like 10. And yours develops, and you can just pee out your fingers.
That's wild. Yeah, no.
That makes me think, what was that one? Was it Scary? No, not Scary Movie. Was it Scary Movie?
Never seen Scary Movies, so I don't know.
No, I can't remember what, but it was the aliens. And they peed out their fingers because they were standing there like talking to the guy, and they like had their fingers in his mouth. Like, oh, that's what you use. That's how you pee. We pee with our fingers, and it was like,
That's disgusting.
it was hilarious because then he's just like a stream. It was hilarious. What's the worst power in your mind? You got to have something back in there. Something that you've seen. You're like, I don't want anything to do with that.
See, mine comes with a caveat. Like that.
Well, what
there's
is
two
it?
of them I could think of. So I think of like super hearing or like mind reading, and if like I can't turn it off, I feel like that would drive me absolutely. Like if I'm always hearing everything,
I don't want you in my brain.
or if I'm
I don't need to be in it. No.
What do you mean?
I don't need whatever thoughts pass through here don't need to be out.
Well, that's the thing. It's like mind reading. To me that would be if I can dictate who and when, it's good. But if it's just always on, so I'm walking through the grocery store and I'm just hearing 1,000 people at the same time, I would.
You can even earplugs.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to blur your face out when you do that.
It's a shot.
Yeah, sure, it's a shot.
Yeah, I didn't say what kind.
Go ahead and just roll on to the next one.
I just rolled that one. I rolled 19.
No, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can roll a nat 20. 16. Did we already do
If
that?
you'd have rolled a nat 20, I'd have been losing my... No.
Yeah.
We did 14, 15.
Oh, boy.
So 16 is the worst thing about being a DM.
The worst thing about
Players.
being a DM? Not players.
Players' decisions.
The worst thing to me... It's kind of my fault for doing it, though, now that I know, is planning too much ahead of time.
I have to.
See, if in my mind, as a DM, if you plan too far ahead of time, you're setting yourself up not for anger, but for disappointment. Because you want them to experience the story that's going on in your head, but chances are they're not going to follow it the way you want them to, so you need to just let it go.
I have a problem of DMing like I'm writing a book. Like, I have to.
But the thing is, we found out why.
Yeah. So for me, the worst thing about being is when a player comes up with a decision or decides to do something that I had not planned for. I'm usually pretty good about knowing the type of people I'm playing with and coming up with contingencies if they do X, Y, Z. Like, some of my DM notes, it's like, the story's here, and then I have like A, B, C, D, E, F, G of like possible ways they can go about it. And when there's times where I don't have something planned for that one.
It's always just the one.
Like, I apologize in advance, Tracy. But like, when you take a tethered doll, I had not planned for that.
Well, explain what the tethered doll is to everybody.
So it was a doll that the campaign that I had was like a man that was like still memories and faces. And they were going after him. And then one of the things, there was a doll tethered to this well, and next to the well was just a random door that was there. And the doll, they used detect magic. The paladin used detect magic, and he got the sense that the doll was magically tethered to that location with conjuration, a mix of conjuration, divination, and necromancy. It was tethered to this place. And she took the doll away from the place. That I didn't know about it at the time. She said she's taking the doll. I do not recall hearing, I'm taking the doll with me.
I believe that she did say that.
She might have. At the time, we were all like, no, because later on when she was in the church, she pulled the doll. All of us were like, what? Every one of us was shocked.
Oh, yeah.
So she said it, and she might have. I could have completely missed it.
Yeah, because this was the campaign that they wanted to kill me, and I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, because your one character died.
We sacrificed my one to make a point.
Well, not necessarily that is, too. Like, someone kicked a salt ring and released a big bad guy, and then you started talking shit to the big bad guy.
I was a cleric.
And he was like, all right. Yeah.
I was like a rogue.
1 point cleric.
Yeah. I was a rogue playing a cleric, and I used it as a scam to get money, and that was my backstory.
And she kicked the tether, and she kicked the salt ring, and immediately everyone was like, no! And I'm like, yes!
I was so mad.
But yeah, so he got introduced, his new character got introduced, and they wanted to kill him off rip to the point to where...
I was the druid of the spores, and I had done nothing wrong.
There was a few times... They're like, well, he knew too much. I'm like, well, he was from the area.
Yeah.
And then your circle tied back into a little bit with the main bad guy. But at one point, the one player was a warlock, and there was a few points where she thought she was talking to her patron. She wasn't. There was even a few times her patron was even like, hey, I can't get involved. Like, don't go in there. And what did they do? They went in there. So anyway, they ended up having the new bad guy as their patron. They accepted it. They were having a one-on-one conversation, and I'm trying to convince her to join my side, and she brought up not trusting him, and I'm like, too easy. Yes.
I hadn't done anything.
And then she turned on the party.
Yes.
If better decisions were made tactically, she would have won. But yeah, no, she ended up being the bad guy.
I forget how I ended that.
He went away.
Either way.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, when I don't account for... When they make things that I haven't accounted for is like probably the worst part about D, because then I got to try to come up with something. And I have limitations.
So with that...
Not because I'm retarded, but because my brain.
Because apparently our buddy Justin here has no inner, viewing. Like everybody has the movie theater in their brain that you see pictures. Not everybody, but some people. Because I do. I'm constantly running scenarios through my head, or if I'm imagining something.
I'll run a scenario. I'm not seeing it.
There has to be something in your head, though, visually. Is it just rolling Star Wars text, going up and down?
No, it's like I said, I have to recall something that I remember seeing, and I have to connect it to that.
So it's a big scrapbook.
And it's not even, yes, but it's not even like I am. But the weird thing is even with the scrapbook, I still don't see the image. I just know the details of the image.
So what do you see in your head?
Nothing.
How do you see nothing?
It's the way I am. I don't know.
I can't wrap my brain around
I know
it.
we told that to our friend. She was like, so is my brain fucked up or is it his brain fucked up? Like, no, it was mine if we had to put someone's name on it. But yeah, like I explained it to him once the last week or the week before.
It was a couple weeks ago.
Because sometimes when I DM, when something happens I hadn't planned for it, it takes me a second to come up with something on, because I have a hard time coming with things like immediate, because my brain is just black. So, and we're talking about it to where it's like, he was about like, you're an apple. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, all right, so if somebody tells you, all right, I want you to picture an apple, a majority of the time, and I know it's different for everybody, because obviously, but usually you can picture some sort of an apple in your brain. Like if I start describing that apple, it's like, oh, it's a red, delicious, dark red, slightly turning green at the top where the stem meets in. There's even like a leaf from the tree still attached to it. And you can see that white kind of like the little pips on the outside from it. Most of the time folks will like see that in their brain. Or at least in my experience, that's what I do, is I can see it in my head. It's sitting on a little turntable spinning as I can look at the details of it.
Nope.
So whenever I'm DMing and they take a left turn in a place that I didn't know that they were going to go, in my brain I'm following them with like a camera, and I can see them all in the place. So like that's how I would describe what they're doing, is like, all right, this is what I see coming up. You're in a sewer, all right, the ceiling is dripping, you can kind of see the algae hanging from pipes, there's water flowing beside the walkway. I can see them walking down a path like that. How do you portray things if you can't see it?
What do you mean? Like, how do I describe it?
Yes. How do you get that picture in your brain? Do you literally have to go to the scrapbook of your brain, pull a photo out that you recognized, and then rattle off the details of that photo?
Or I'll Google.
To get a new snapshot. Mm-hmm. But it's like a scrapbook then.
Or it's like I can describe a place with words just based off what I know would look good. Or what would be, like, I've seen enough stuff, and like I can think about like, this would be creepy, and I can describe what would make it creepy, but like I don't see what I'm describing. It's like the whole time.
But then how do you know what you're describing?
Because I'm like, all right, well, they're going in a tunnel. I'm like, all right, well, we'll make this tunnel creepy.
Things are in tunnels, and then you just start rattling off the list of things in tunnels.
Mm-hmm. Like when you were explaining that the alley, nothing. It was just as black as Bosif is here.
I don't know how it functioned.
I thought it.
It's not a bash. I'm just trying to like.
Yeah, because like with
rationale.
That time where I was over at your house for dinner a while back, and you were talking about like. Used to the apple, I think Sammy says it's the word.
Yeah.
I was like, yep.
Yeah, because some people see like a word instead, like the literal spelling, just APPLE. And other people, like myself, see the actual physical being. Whereas, I don't know how you can see nothing at all. Like, even when I try to picture nothing looks like dark TV static.
I wish I could take...
I would love to trade for like an hour.
I'm over here just, you're in a corner crying.
So many colors. I'm like, there's nothing in here.
You're in a corner crying because your imagination is just gone. And I'm like, it's a whole new world.
It's like going on like an acid trip. You see the kaleidoscope going down the tunnel, just like,
or maybe we'll both be in corners. Because over here for 29 years, I haven't experienced that. And then just to experience it all of a sudden...
You would think you'd be going crazy then.
I'm like, I overstimulated to the max. I'm going crazy. And then you just nothing. So we're both just being in a corner.
I'm just sitting there just like, everything is empty. There's nothing here for me anymore.
What's the point of life?
It's like just... Oh my goodness. All right.
Nothing. 2 minutes.
Well, let's do one more subject. We'll run off real quick. And then we'll say our goodbyes.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, welcome to my world.
I can't imagine that, though.
Mm-hmm. Did I roll or did you roll?
I did the last one.
Did you?
Work them fingers. 8.
If you could be any Marvel character, who would you pick?
Roll your eyes at me.
Go ahead and say it.
I would want to be Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the shit.
Why?
Just because of the...
You want,
you want him as a personality or him the
be able to
powers?
shoot webs?
Well, there's that, and not having that fear of falling and being able to just like climb up whatever. Because he's not OP to the point where he flies.
And I view it as one Marvel character, not necessarily personality, but just they're like what they're capable of.
What they're capable of, Spider-Man. Because he's on par strength-wise with like Thor and Hulk if he were to actually let go.
Oh, Thor, that gets a dicey conversation.
It gets weird depending on what... Every comic book's going to be different. So you can't... You just generalize...
Because generally,
that's what you have to run
it's like
with.
Hulk is like... From the way I have understood it, because Hulk basically has an infinite amount of strength. But from what I've read and understand, Spider-Man is the strongest, like, per... Like, body weight or something like that. Like, per, like, what he is he's, like, the strongest per capita.
It's not even the strength that I'd want to go after. It's that, like, the dexterity and the abilities for him to just, like, kind of move that
So you can
quickly.
move without your knees popping?
Yes.
It's so great.
They would be so wonderful.
No one's going to hear me coming.
But yeah.
Mine...
You gotta have something in there. Whatever text you're rolling through in that brain of yours.
Well, I had... when I wrote it down, I had one person in my head. When I said it out loud, I had another one. But now thinking about it, I have another one. I'm like, well, now I don't know who. So mine would be Thor would be cool. My go-to is usually Wolverine.
He's neat.
But the person I was thinking of when I typed the question was Blade.
Excuse me. Would you want that, though? To where you'd have to feed or take that
That wouldn't bother me. I wouldn't take the serum. To be honest with you, that's too much work.
Oh, so now you're just going to start killing people at random?
I don't know how you feed off animals. Serum, it's... If I didn't have to make it myself.
Well, no, it's not suddenly like, well, you have these powers now. Good luck. It's like, wait, what about...
Yeah. Blade, I've always liked Blade, but that could be because I'm partial to Wesley Snipes.
It's not what I was thinking. I thought you were going to throw out, like, vampires are cool.
Well,
but...
vampires are cool. I do think they're neat. But Wolverine, maybe. Like, Blade's cool, like, to have... But it's like... I feel like Wolverine is more useful. Like, it's more... His is more a well-rounded beneficial.
With or without the adamantium. Or vibranium, whatever they want to call it. That gets the tough one, because that's not his power.
The width is cool because it makes him more indestructible and he can do more things. But I would go with the bone probably because my
Regeneration.
Yep, would be faster, and I don't have to worry about something poisoning me my entire life.
And he would actually, like, his abilities would be even stronger.
So I'd probably go without it. Go straight bone claws.
I would too.
Call me
You regen those shit.
Bone daddy.
All right,
Snap
and with
one
that...
Man, that and it's like Magneto, what's up?
Yeah, but he wouldn't have known.
Well, I know.
He'd be like, oh, you're back again. I was like, wait, what happened? It's like, ah! But thank you guys for joining us today on our first episode of Let the Dice Roll.
Let the dice roll.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. I have been Eric.
I'm Justin.
And we'll see you in the next episode.